I got a phone call. Her daycare provider let me know that there had been a terrible accident and that she didn't wake up from her nap.
A Lafayette mother's emotional plea tonight she hopes will save lives. Stephanie Valenta's daughter died after she stopped breathing at an unlicensed daycare. The baby's mother talked with Call 6 Investigates Kara Kinney about the check she wishes she made.
Halloween, dressing up. Gotta have that pumpkin picture.
For Stephanie Valenta, looking at pictures of her daughter Maisie causes a mix of emotions.
There won't ever be these pictures new anymore of her.
On April 25th, Stephanie dropped Maisie off at this Lafayette daycare.
I got a phone call. Her daycare provider let me know that there had been a terrible accident and that she didn't wake up from her nap.
Stephanie and her husband rushed to the hospital, but it was too late to save Maisie. She died at just 13 months old. The investigation showed the provider, Debbie Keys, put Maisie in a crib she knew was broken.
She pretty much choked to death on a broken piece of her crib.
Stephanie wishes she had checked the crib where Maisie slept at daycare.
Of course, now we look back and we should have known what she was sleeping in. We should have taken that initiative, but we didn't.
Stephanie knew Keys Daycare was unlicensed. What she didn't know is licensed providers face regular inspections from the state.
Are things safe? Do we see anything that's broken? Is there anything that looks to be a hazard?
Nicole Norvell oversees childcare for FSSA, the state agency that regulates childcare.
So if I'm a parent, I should walk into any room that my child is in and just make sure that everything is working.
Absolutely. And you don't see things that look broken.
Records obtained by Call 6 Investigates found FSSA continues to cite child cares across the state for broken equipment.
Typically when we see these tragedies, it is because the equipment is not being used appropriately.
If a provider doesn't fix it, the state can take action. The state revoked this church daycare's registration after inspectors found broken playground equipment, broken lights, faucet, and mirror. As for Debbie Keys, she's criminally charged with reckless supervision and operating a home daycare without a license. Documents show she was operating illegally on the day Maisie died because she was watching 10 unrelated children. You need a license if you're caring for 6 or more children unrelated to the provider. State inspectors say Keys Daycare is now operating legally.
Maybe someone who came into her home would have checked these cribs to make sure that they were safe for children.
As the days pass without Maisie, Stephanie is finding the strength to go on for her older daughter. She's also expecting another baby girl this January.
God knew what we needed in this time of tragedy and darkness, and it was light.
Stephanie finds comfort in the toys and clothes that still smell like Maisie. She hopes sharing her daughter's story will save lives and have other parents checking their child's daycare.
We talk to her and just tell her we're there and we love her, and we just wish it didn't have to be that way.
Debbie Keys' trial is scheduled for next month. She and her attorney have not responded to Call 6 Investigates' request for comment.
Just a heartbreaking story, Kara. You mentioned checking cribs, toys to see if they're broken. What else can parents do?
There's a lot parents can do. You can do your research. Licensed homes, centers, registered ministries, they all have different requirements. Ask to see their license. Look up inspection reports on the state's new Child Care Finder website. And do your own inspection. Make sure equipment is not only working, but being used appropriately. Erica.
Life-saving tips there. Thank you, Kara.